to try your bets on the Edith though, he's going to be very much protected. But actually Renegade instead went with the Purify on Matilda, and Yue very confident with that flicker on the Valentina.
All right, let's load it up. Let's get the gloves down. It is game number 2 between Echo and Blacklist here in the lower bracket finals. And if you just joined us, it is for their tournament live. It is for the ticket to M5.
Very monumental series once again. These two teams very familiar with each other. They've matched up a lot of times, back and forth wins. Blacklist actually secured their very first win for a very long time in the second day of the playoffs, and now they're looking to extend their win streak against Echo.
I'm liking the emblem here from Edward with the Swift on the tier 1 talent. He is eyeing to be sort of like secondary damage dealer for the side of Blacklist International, and he does hurt. You know, the Edith in the late game does hurt, especially with the ultimate. He turns into a tank marksman.
Primal Wrath, definitely one of the scariest ultimates here in this game. Turns a tank into a marksman in the blink of an eye. And we have seen Edward do these things as well previously. We've seen him go 2v1 and win and kill those two that were challenging him.
You have to go back to week 3 of regular season when Edward showcased the power of the Edith. He was able to like outlast the late game of AP Pren at the time. But mind you, he was playing with a Claude, but he turned out to be the late game damage monster that he was, and that's an Edith. It's an Edith on the EXP. That's one thing that Echo has to also worry about. Late game is an issue for them.
But Midnight, that's a Yuzhong.
That's a Yuzhong. I get a reference.
Sui, beautiful taunt, but JP easily escapes that. But the flicker has been expended, and that's crucial because the very first turtle has now respawned.
Very crucial indeed. Look at that. Edward just dancing it out. Carl TZ, he knows what's up. He knows he's getting blindsided here.
Level 4 Sanford.
Oh, Carl TZ trying to soak up the damage of 3, and now Sanford with the Black Dragon 4. Praetor's Wrath, but still, Carl TZ gets the first turtle and the first blood.
Alright, Sensui got poked down, and then he was killed off before he was able to sort of deal with the turtle. He did his best, like with the Praetor's Wrath into the Retribution. Unfortunately, the damage wasn't enough, so Carl TZ was able to secure that turtle for, I would say, 3, because the Brethren didn't really matter because he died even before the turtle died.
Oh, that is true. That is true. That's something that you have to think about, right? Before you start the match, who's the weak link that we can target here?
And so far, so he's not actually the weak link, but he was the first one down, which led to a Carl TZ turtle secure for the very first time.
Well, talking about weak link here, Echo does have a weak link in their gold lane. Not that Ben Cutie is a weak link, but in terms of draft, like they have to protect this one.
Yep, for sure. So right now we do see Blacklist trying to keep up with that as well in terms of the gold production on top side, making sure that OHEB at least is going to be safe for the meantime.
And now Blacklist International, very classic of them to rotate 3 here in the middle lane, fast clear, return back to gold lane, and maybe put some pressure onto Benecutie.
I think they smell blood here. JP easily escapes. 4-man rotation for Black, with Carl TZ trying to zone them out as well. Are we going to see an XP flash right away?
Good mobility here being utilized by Blacklist. Just to again, it is just the OHEB show here so far.
OHEB has frozen this lane for an entire minute.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Benecutie is up by level because they got a turtle, but it is a little bit alarming for Echo that, you know, the 1-1 is not getting both golden XP. Alright, OHEB.
Instant go here.
Renjay. Matilda. But both teams still, they're not overcommitting because they know that this second turtle is really crucial. But look at Edward. No! 1-on-1, the best XP laners in the world going right at it. But Edward secured that kill.
Are you even surprised at this point?
Primal Wrath.
Oh, but still Carl TZ secures that second turtle. But Sensui wants to answer right back. JP safely evades that death. And now Echo, they got the turtle, but Blacklist, Edward specifically, got the kill on Sanford.
Legend 0 now ranked 11 in MPL all-time kills.
Yeah, very deadly XP laner indeed. And now Blacklist International, even though the XP levels are, you know, the same, it's because of the fact that Echo has 2 turtles on their bag. With Blacklist, this Edith is becoming big, even even matching up the gold of the Irithel, and he already has the D-Ice or the Dominance Ice complete on this Edith. So group up is now a thing for Blacklist International. Hunter Strike already complete. on Yuzong, but there's no dominance eyes. In terms of damage output, Blacklist International will be able to output what they want because this Irithel is not going to be stopped. Like, the damage reduction is not going to be there. The armor, of course, is there for Echo, but the attack speeds, the attack speed will also be there for the Irithel.
That's really something that you have to think about because, again, Irithel is basically the glass cannon for Blacklist here. And Echo, they're very aware. That's why JP is there as well. Keeping tab. Making sure that nothing spicy is going on. Dragon, though, on the bottom side.
Used up that Black Dragon form to evade Edward. And now teams, they're really focusing right now on their win conditions in the gold lane. I mean, they keep rotating at the top, but no action or no overcommitments are actually executed for both teams.
It's really beneficial for both sides to just have this gold lane static. But again, Echo, they do have to kind of like worry about the Yuzong situation in the bottom lane.
Brennan J, go in onto Benny Cutie. Benny Cutie got stunned, but I think Echo, they want to go for the attack. It's going to be onto Brennan J. Benny Cutie gets the kill.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Oheb. He didn't have ult at that moment, so he was not able to follow up with the jump from the Matilda.
That was a very crucial.
He has a kick.
Can still use that. A lot of ults are down. Carl T is the only one with the ult right now.
Turtle secured by Carl TZ. Now Edward!
This XP lane is becoming an issue for Echo.
The XP lane became the gold lane actually
That's true
for this game, but Echo still secures the third turtle.
Oh, he canceled the recall. He canceled the recall.
That could be big. That could be big.
From Sanford, but Yu is here. Edward with a flicker out. Carl TZ is there to finish the job and bring down Legend Zero.
That felt like a flicker that was used for nothing.
Oh, but Renner J. One more
the
hit.
shield.
Alive. The shield is there. Oh, crossbow Tang to bring down the Hitman.
You gotta commend Renegade there for trying to sidestep a crossbow Tang.
Yeah.
Just the reaction, the reflexes, right?
Yeah. Benny, man.
Benny, bro.
He's outplaying the two players on the side of Blacklist in this gold lane now. Oheb left alone to be able to get out. But in terms of lanes, now the weakest lane of Echo has become the strongest lane. And the Yuzong, even though he had problems in the early game, I don't think it matters that much for Echo now because the 1-1 is now online.
Yeah, the gold doesn't really matter as much for the Yuzhong. As long as Benny Cutie's having a fun time, Echo should be fine.
Oh, Tatooine. And oopsie. He got blocked by the Infinix wall there.
Are we calling that the actual Infinix wall now?
I mean, it is an Infinix wall. Literally an Infinix wall.
You know, I have to commend Oheb because I don't think I've seen him pop that Purify.
Yeah, not yet.
So far. Yeah, not yet. So his positioning, his laning, despite the pressure Echo is putting on him, he's still doing good for Blacklist.
Yeah. It's weird that Blacklist didn't group up as early as we would have expected with all these teams out of hand.
Shatter plus the taunt. Carl TZ soaking up all the damage. Circle Eagle coming in from Brendan J. Both teams will disengage because in 20 seconds the Bear vs. Lord will commit.
So far, I'm sensing a lack of hostility here for US. Seems to be playing more defensive than usual.
Yeah. I mean, it is important for Blacklist not to lose so much steam in the early game. Even though Echo is leading by 3k gold, they just have this huge power spike in the mid game. But it's not just the lack of hostility from UA, it's the lack of aggression coming up from Blacklist International. And the way that Echo has been playing this game is that they're constantly forcing out Blacklist to react so that they are not able to move in their own terms. That's why it's been a little bit awkward of the game here for Blacklist.
JP sends Sui out of the Lord pit.
No kick.
Still, no kick now for Echo. The actual Echo is there, and they got their target. It's going to be onto Edward, plus a Black Dragon form coming in from Sanford. But the Circling Eagle, Guiding Wind rather, will save Edward. But 10,000 HP for this Lord. It's going to be a Retribution battle, but I think Blacklist wants instead to go for the kill. Still Sensui gets the Lord, and Benny Cutie, he was able to fly with the crossbow of Tang and brings it down Edward. That's a trade for Echo.
He's getting hunted
But
down.
Blacklist wants to hunt down Benny Cutie. 2, 3 members are there. Will Benny Cutie be able to evade this? I think no. And Blacklist wins that clash.
There goes the spike.
There goes the spike.
There goes the spike for Blacklist International. Sensui, have you ever seen a Fredrin use dash retry? That was crazy.
That was insane, actually.
That was the instincts.
I was already expecting Echo to get that Lord.
You know, what's crazy was that Blacklist decided to turn for that team fight. But Sensui was like, why not both? Why not go for team fight while I take Lord? and then we get every kill.
I actually was shocked because Blacklist, I think 4 members of the agents were actually out of the Lord pit.
Yeah.
So I was saying that Blacklist instead wanted to go for the kill, but instead went for the kill plus the Lord, and now they're going for every single turret.
Why not both, right?
Multitasking. Yeah, yeah.
The thing is, Echo, they've exhausted their firepower when they tried to burst down Edward in that team fight, but hold that thought, Sanford.
Echo wants to go for the side.
Oh, the guiding wind!
But the guiding wind is there to save him. Now kick onto Edward. Oh, but Blacklist turning things
Counter
around
kick!
with a UA Black Dragon form on his own. Blacklist will disengage because Benecutie was there.
Dude,
Man.
at this point, there's 2 XP laners on Blacklist.
That's right. And 2 gold laners as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
Edward.
Edward
is
with
gold
Primal
XP.
Wrath right away.
Edward is gold,
Gold
XP,
XP.
you will support XP.
Dang. All right, so if you're Echo, what's the play here? What are you supposed to do?
I mean, as much as you want to burst down the targets, you also have to be concerned about the positioning of Renegade. And I think this is why Renegade went with the Purify, because he doesn't want to be initiated on, because he is the saving tool for the Irithel. If Echo fully commits a no-hit, he's going to be able to always save him out with the Guiding Wind, as long as they don't pile up the damage here on Echo. So the solution is, if you're Echo, if you wanna win a team fight against Blacklist International, pile that damage up. You have to be consistent with the way you execute the team fight. Sanford with the Petrify should be prioritizing the marksman of Blacklist, and also the damage for the follow-up from Navaria, it should hit. But your main concern is that enough? Because with Echo's lineup, they don't have that Forces, they don't have that Brodies, you have a freaking 1-1.
That's true, though. That's true. And again, you also have to commit. It's all up to JP as well, right? We need those pickoffs from JP. And we're trying to do that.
Oh, but it got cancelled. Sensui with a beautiful taunt. And now Petrify play coming in from Sanford.
All right.
Plus a crossbow attack coming in from Benecutie, but Blacklist, they're going to answer right back. Ohab, UA, Renegade is going to go back. No casualties so far except for Legend Zero. And now that clash sets up Echo for this Lord.
A very bloody battle that we're seeing here so far. Echo going a little ham, especially Benecutie right now, who, whenever you give him a target, he seems to be very keen on just taking that target down.
Alright, that shows that Echo has a way of fighting into Black International. Unfortunately, not a best target, even though you are able to take out the Edith, but you want it to be on the right heroes, like either Setsui or, you know, the Irithel, Oheb. Because Blacklist International, even if they lose Edward, Echo has exhausted everything.
Maximum vision here from Sanji with that beautiful Astral Echo.
They know there's no Dragon Form in Sanford.
And there's an Astral Echo as well.
Oh, they got Cartesi here with the Earth Shatter. And now clashes are ensuing for both teams.
Right.
Oheb as well, dishing out the damage they need to bring down 2 members. That's going to send Echo back and Blacklist to get this Lord.
Seems to be very, very efficient right now with the usage of their ultimates. Blacklist are going to be securing this Lord once more.
If you want a movie for game number 2 of Blacklist and Echo, name it Wrath of the Agents.
Wow.
Primal Wrath, Appraiser's Wrath, throwing all the damage over to the side of Echo. Again, Blacklist, they knew that there was no way Echo could have re-engaged. There was no Dragon Form, and they had no ability left. Like, the crossbow things were already exhausted. And Blacklist, after getting the catch onto Carltes, he used up everything.
Yeah.
Even committing the Primal Wrath to take out the frontliners of Echo.
Their APM is off the charts. Their anger per minute.
Yeah. The Wrath.
The
I get it.
Wrath.
I get it.
The rest
Dang.
for a minute. Now
I thought you were going to say WPM. Wrath per minute.
Wrath per minute. That was too obvious, though.
I get it. You went deep. You went deep.
We gotta go deep because that's exactly what Echo has to do. You gotta dig deep. Where's the offense gonna come from here?
Dragon Form.
Dragon Form just zone out the remaining members of Black. Will he commit with the Petrify play? He's not going to commit. They're going to easily burst down this Lord. No inhibitor turrets taken down from Echo.
Echo just making sure that Blacklist does not use that Lord. But the thing is, they saw that Dragon Form.
They saw
They
that.
see that big dragon.
And they know it can come anytime. Edward on the play. Looking for a target to maybe use that onward.
You were trying his best to get the dragon.
He wants that.
Out of
He
range.
wants
Out of
it.
range. It's out of range.
Both Renjay cancels that Circle Eagle.
Ooh.
Successfully takes down an inhibitor without. Oh, and they actually take down the top inhibitor as well.
Yeah, again, no Dragon Form. So Blacklist not really scared in terms of initiation, and Renegade always using the Guiding Wind backward just to make sure that Oheb is going to be able to press that to save himself. Now Wind of Nature is available for Oheb, so the Dragon Form and the 1-1 will be less of a problem here. Will be a lesser problem for Blacklist. It's still a problem, but you're not scared of it that much because you have a way of dealing with that physical damage coming out from both the 1-1 and the Yuzong.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, majority of Echo are physical damage dealers.
Yep.
It's only Sanji who is going to be able to deal that magic damage, and because of that, that Wind of Nature pick is massive.
Yeah, and it gets heavily countered by Athena Shield.
It's like another realm and hard guard combination for OEB. Like in game 1, he has that Purify, he has that Wind of Nature, maybe later on Immortality, and he has that Guiding Wind coming in from Renji. So it's really hard for Echo to go right after OEB. So how are they going to solve this tonight?
I mean, at this point, it has to come down to execution, right? But let me add one more problem for Echo. There is a Wind of Nature on the Earthel, but there's also a Winter Truncheon on Yue. So even Yue can stand toe-to-toe with the 1-1. Now, do keep in mind, he is rocking that Impure Rage, which deals like a lot of damage, especially with the spells that Yue has. And he now has the COD, the Lightning Truncheon, both Truncheons, and the Divine Blade. He is a walking burst damage against this 1-1.
And not to mention that Terrify.
That Terrify as well.
Terrifying, literally.
Terrifying.
Yeah,
and he can actually make a Black Dragon Winter
That
Truncheon
too!
play.
that is something I want to see now.
Just to bait out the skills from Echo.
Layers and layers of problem for Echo.
But Echo, of course, they are still in this. They're holding on. Trying to dance out that board. JP though.
JP's gonna force. He has to go back away, and now this time, Echo has no upper ground. They have no position to do those outplays.
That's true. They're gonna have to really just dig deep, like we mentioned earlier. Look for that crucial pickoff. Look for OHEB. Look for Renegade maybe. Right now, they're just in a very good positions around the map. Even Edwards on the side. Like you said, that'll be the shield.
Look at that. JP's having a hard time just sustaining the damage coming in from Yue and Renegade as well. 20,000 HP.
Look for the turn, look for the turn.
There's a turn. Cannon happens.
But Edward! But the way of the dragon connects onto Legend Zero. Flicker out, but Sanford. Play! Plus Benicuity with a crossbow attack. He's locked in onto OHEB with a Wind of Nature as well. Circling Eagle, but it's not going to be enough. Double kill coming in from Benicuity, but Sensui answers right back with a Praetor's Wrath. They want to go right after Sanford, but Sanford is just too much to handle for Blacklist.
That was so good that Petrify actually stopped Edward from using Primal Wrath, getting the shield, and then him just going down.
And unfortunately for OHEB, he had to pop the Wind of Nature, which made him susceptible against the 1-1. Echo was successful in taking out both the marksman for Blacklist, but they still have firepower in the form of the Predator and the Valentina.
Ultimates being casted for both teams. No casualties now. Sensui, Carl, TZ, the two junglers going right at it, but both teams will have to wait for their damage dealers because in 5 seconds, OHEB and Benicuity will be back.
The only thing that stopped Echo from getting this Lord is their base. It was open. Someone always has to go down.
Yeah, if Echo finds another one of that, they might be able to turn that team fight around versus Blacklist International. Petrify from Sanford is going to be up in 10 seconds, while the Purify is 20 seconds behind. OHEB has to be really careful with Edward. He shows up first.
They're looking for it. Even JP is not safe with the lineup that Blacklist has right now. They're not afraid to use their crowd controls, not afraid to use their ultimates, just to try to get it to show.
At this point, they're really
Benny, you don't want to show yourself up. Here.
He did though.
Wants to
go in right in for the kill. Circling Eagle onto Carl TZ. Cartel will be popped, but OHEB circling Eagle out. Suppress coming in from Yue, and now Edward going right after JP. But here comes Benny, Cutie, Astral Echo, Carl TZ is down.
My goodness, Yue!
For this Lord! Body
Cutie
down. Two members Echo are down. Setsui's still alive, but look at Benny Cutie!
Oh my goodness!
Hitman is there! What is this game? Sanji steals the Lord away from the agents!
All of that effort thrown out the window. It's Echo with the Lord.
Outplays after outplays. Blacklist International started that fight with an amazing turn onto the Baksha, but Sanford also finding the Irithel on the back lines. But Echo, they didn't have the firepower that they need to take out the right targets on the side of Blacklist International. OHEB was able to survive, but even amongst that team fight. Sanji was laser focused onto the objective. Yue was dashing in circles around Sanford. They were able to take out the Yuzong. But what matters is Echo. They won the objective.
That's so crucial because now there's a possibility that Echo can kind of poke holes in the base of Blacklist and maybe equalize the minions that are rushing into them and get ready for the next Lord. Or will they be able to use something more with this current one?
Since game number 1, Sanji has been controlling the objectives. He even got 2 turtles in game number 1, and now the most crucial Lord is in the hands of Echo. Sanford, Black Dragon form is casted, but Blacklist are able to burst down this Lord right away.
They got really good clear.
Wait, they know that there's a dragon for Blacklist might want to make a move here. They don't see anybody on the side of Echo, but Echo knows it as well. They have to pay their respects. They go back, they recall, and now we are seeing the past team fight that happened on the Lord again. Yue with a fantastic winner truncheon against Sanford, and he was able to dance around the Yuzong. Oheb also surviving that clash. They take out the Yuzong, but Sanji focusing down onto the Lord.
Where is Sanji?
There you go.
Hey, there you
Upper
go.
left side with the snipe, with the star shutter.
Ooh.
And Sensui did not use that retreat in time.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know where to watch there in that last one.
Ooh.
So it was actually gonna be very difficult for even Blacklist to find where Sanji was.
Yeah, they were surprised.
All the chaos.
Oh, Sanji. Okay, Echo. This is classic Echo push play. 4 heroes on the right side of the map.
JP's on the side, yeah, very forward.
Blacklist International, they should be really careful with the way that they position their heroes right now, especially their goal laner, because Oheb does not have boots. He went with the DHS on the last item. He sold his boots. So he is susceptible to the catch from Sanford, but there's that guiding wind. With Blacklist, they are able to kind of like maneuver around these fights, but they just have to be really careful because Echo, again, they might just find this creative angle to take out the marksman of Blacklist.
I think at this point, it's not going to be worth it for Blacklist to just expend their ultimates onto JP or even Sanford, because at this point, every single ultimate matters, and both teams know that if one crucial ultimate is expended, they can actually go in and force a clash. So Echo, Blacklist, both teams, they need precise targeting right now, especially in 3 seconds. The Lord is now respawning, but look at JP all the way in the bush on the top lane.
Yeah, definitely high quality information being given over to Echo
JP.
because of this. Conceal gonna be
JP.
used up, just try to get out of harm's way. He
Oh,
tried to go
no.
for Yue, but he misses out on the Shunpo.
Immortality of JP
Sanford,
will be
Sanford,
Sanford! 5-man petrified play! Will it connect? No, Sanford goes out. Immortality has now been popped. Blacklist wants to go right after, but JP! Look at JP with a 5-man knockup! Sanford, JP is down! Edward is down! A Blacklist, for some reason, found a way.
Dude, the photo.
Wow!
The photo
Photo,
from
man.
Renegade is that guiding wind provided insane amount of shield for
Amazing.
Blacklist International, and also the Purify from Oheb coming into play. But Benny Cutie
Cutie, will Sensui feel this? Will his
Inspire.
instincts tell him where Benny Cutie is? And he does!
He has the Inspire! Will the crossbow tap rock?
Nature?
Oh, the Wind of Nature is there! And now Benny Cutie just free hitting for the Blacklist. 13,000 HP
Carl
for this Lord.
TZ.
Carl TZ going around the Lord pit, but the taunt is there. Immortality is popped. Will they be able to take him down before the Lord? And Sensui will get the kill, plus the Lord.
Man, the base is actually swarming with minions as well. It's so difficult for Echo to actually focus.
Yeah, that was also a Hail Mary play from Carl TZ. After the immortality pop, he used the Retribution, hoping for the passive or the retreat damage to come through. But Sensui again waited for the perfect opportunity. He just wanted to make sure that he gets the Lord for Blacklist International.
This could be it. This could be it for this game. Half HP base, bro.
Whoa, and
JP with the
goes
dodge.
in. Blacklist trying their best to base
Power
lock.
lock.
And now Blacklist is one step closer to redeeming the world title.
This winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor, FWD Life Insurance.